Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear lovely people. Once again, welcome to Griffin Publication to launch an amazing book, Autism Through My Eyes, by an amazing author, Dawa Drukpasa. Today, it is more than a launch, actually. It is talking, it is discussing about a very sensitive topic, and it is helping each other uh, to help the children in the world grow, all children, specifically the children, the gifted children with autism. So I won't speak much about the book today because Dawa Drupa, the author, is here. He is here to tell us more, but I'll just give you a brief idea. Autism Through My Eyes is a unique blend of comprehensive personal experiences based on literature and practical insights. The book aims to guide teachers, caregivers, parents, and policymakers to design a more effective and caring educational environment for all children with disabilities. The strategies and practices recommended in this book are all evidence-based. This book presents a range of helpful advice, tips, strategies, and procedures that have been widely used and proven effective both at home and in the school. We will talk more than this today. We will have knowledge from your personal experience, your views. And let me introduce Dawa Drukpa sir. Dawa Drukpa is a special education teacher. He has been teaching children with autism and other multiple disabilities for the past 9 years. He has earned his master's degree in inclusive education. Dawa sir is the author of 5 books and several research papers, and he's into many international seminars. The list is very long. He is also a passionate social worker and has received the Messenger of Peace Scarf Award. He was also honored with fellowship from the Inclusion Fellows Program at the University of Minnesota in the USA. So, heartiest congratulations, Dawa sir. Sai sir just told me, Mosmi, can you tell us briefly about this book? Dawa sir, we begin with you today. So, what and how would you present your book today, Autism Through My Eyes, making the right choices for your child?
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank the Griffin publication for hosting this very important event. I would like to thank all the guests here. So if I read, then the list is going to be long. But from my core of heart, I would like to thank you for giving your time to join this event, very important event. As shared by Mira Mausami, this is not only the launch. What is very important is we are here to talk, to make aware, to remind ourselves about the autism, which is very, the prevalence rate is very high. So now, before this, first of all, I would like to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude for the incredible work the Griffin publication has done in publishing this book. You know, the Griffin publication, spearheaded by Mira Mausami, working with you and your team has been an absolute pleasure for me to start. And then I couldn't be more thrilled with the final result. I'm very honest. Your dedication, professionalism, and attention to detail throughout the publishing process have exceeded my expectations. From the editing and design to marketing and distribution, Griffin publication has played a pivotal role in bringing my vision to life. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with such a talented and passionate team. Please convey this message to your team as well. And your support and expertise have made this journey a remarkable one. And I look forward to continued success together. I would also like to thank those children, teachers, parents who shared their real life stories, experiences, opportunities, and challenges in writing this book. They have shared their real life stories. They have given their experiences. So without their support, I could not have come out with this book. So I would like to thank all those who involved in writing this book. Thank you once again in believing in my work and for helping me share it with the world. I'm excited to see where this journey takes us. So now, when you talk about autism, actually autism is one of the types of disability. So disability is an umbrella term. It is a physical or mental condition that makes someone unable to perform daily activities. So autism, according to American Psychiatric Association 2023, autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder, disability that significantly affects how people relate, communicate, and behave. So according to American Psychiatric Association, it is a diet of impairment that displays deficits in social communication and social interaction across multiple contexts, as well as restricted, repeated pattern of behavior. And so now when I talk about disability, people who are living a healthy life today could think the talks and the programs and such books and this type of books are for people with disability. But if they have this notion, then that is far from truth. Just as everything else in our life is impermanent, our health and abilities are also subject to change and deterioration. The time will come, the time will come where we cannot do what we can do today. The time will come where we can go today, cannot go in the future. The time will come where our sense of taste will be lost and we cannot eat what we can eat today. The time will come where our sense of hearing power will be lost and we cannot hear. The time will come where our sense of vision will be lost. There will be a time when even for a simple of acts we perform daily, we will need some assistance. So therefore, disability in one form or the other will slip into our lives at some stage. Realizing this reality, let's strive to empower ourselves. Let's strive to empower ourselves. And I quote Robert Hansel, there is no greater disability in society than the inability to see a person as more. So in this book, Autism Through My Eyes, parents, the special education teachers who worked with the children with autism spectrum disorder have generously shared their stories and real life experiences, their devotion and commitment to fostering knowledge and supporting children with autism in school, in the community, in workplace settings help spread awareness of how to sustain these individuals. This book will divulge how to teach and support children with autism, the way they learn best. This book is based on research. I spent 3 years in writing this book, and it's all, as shared by Miram Amasonia, it's all evidence-based. I've conducted the study at a school with SEN program, Special Educational Needs Program in Bhutan, and a private civil society organization. The study solely focused on children with autism, their parents, and teachers involved in schools with SEND program with proper consent maintained. Autism has touched the lives of countless families around the world. This book is the culmination of years of personal experience, research, and reflection. This book will provide a platform to offer guidance, strategies, and practical advice to help support people with autism navigate this challenging journey. This book will also empower parents and caregivers, teachers and policymakers to make informed decisions for people with autism. It will also provide practical guidance, share real life experiences, and offer solutions to support them. This book will also highlight the need for change in society, education, and healthcare systems. Through this book, Autism Through My Eyes, I hope to advocate for better support, inclusion, and acceptance of individuals with autism, ultimately contributing to a more inclusive and compassionate world. This book will share the real life stories of people with autism. By sharing their real stories, advice, and resources, we can create a supportive network where people can connect, learn from each other, and find solace in knowing they are not alone in this journey. So my decision to write this book, there are many reasons. No, I think I will share it later. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would pick the quote you said, we all are like disabled in some way or the other. And this is not a disability. In fact, I term it that they are special, they are gifted, right? So you said it so nicely that one day we all will not be able to eat. We will lose our taste. We will lose everything. So until and unless we can, we are able to see more in the children, more in the people who with autism, that they are more than what they are, all right, we will not be able to show the correct way to the caregivers, to the parents, to the guardians, and also to the students. So we have with us, I don't know if Professor Santosh has joined or not. I'll just give a brief introduction because he'll join in between. Professor Santosh Kumar is the Dean School of Liberal Arts Professor, Public Policy, Politics and Governance, MIT World Peace University, Kothurud. He is associated with universities of national and international repute. He's on the editorial board of 3 international journals, and the list is so long that I do not want to read a list today. My motto is different today. We have Shalini Kashyap, ma'am, here, certified corporate trainer, NLP master practitioner, post enabler, chief editor to We Connect magazine. We have Shrikala Vijayan, a school academic coordinator, a well-acclaimed poet and best-selling poetry books, and she is the media spokesperson of Motivational Scripts. We have Barbara, ma'am, from USA Today, and she is the radio host. She organizes all events related to social cause, and she is a wonderful poet. The list is never ending. She is an award-winning poet. Even Shrikala, she's an award-winning poet, and yes, her dialogues in the script has been in the even in the National Movie Award. And again, she's from USA, but she has won Sahitya Academy Award from India. So the list is again long. Thank you so much, and I'm happy and I'm glad because it's too early in the USA. And I know I always trouble you early in the morning. You wake up and you attend my shows. Thank you so much, ma'am. We have Melissa, ma'am, again, a wonderful poet from the USA and an award-winning poet. And she's a co-host to a radio show with Barbara, ma'am. We have Meera, ma'am, popularly known as Amma Prada. She runs a writing community and community of storytelling and training with 4,000 members. She's a well-known public speaker. Her venture Maya Katha Community Hub is a training and mentoring platform that was born out of kitchen shelf and with a cup of coffee. Yes. We have Ankit sir here, founder of Care Needy NGO, a passionate social worker. We keep on watching his social work, and I keep on watching you on stages, on television. And have I missed anyone? We have Sai Prakash sir. Again, his achievement is endless. He is a well-known poet, writer, and a motivational speaker. We have Anamika, an occupational therapist. She's a mother to an autistic child, and I would term her as a trainer to her child. Actually, she is a wonderful mother, and taking all the challenges. We will learn a lot from her today. And yes, best-selling author Shreyan Laha would also be joining. Shweta Mahendra, Geo Vice President from Mumbai. She's a columnist and author. She would be joining soon. So thank you so much, dear lovely people, that today you are here with us to speak about something actually many people do not know. We do not know how beautiful these children are. We do not know how talented these children are. But the only thing we're lacking is we do not know to train them. We are lacking. Problem is in us. Problem is not in the children. We are unable to understand them. So let's talk today. And we'll start with Shalini Kashyap, ma'am. Ma'am, you are a certified trainer, NLP master practitioner, and you have so many personal experiences. You are a motivational speaker. You have, I know during COVID time, you were with me motivating so many people taking the challenges. So how would you, deal with autism, or what would you say today on this book and with this serious issue? I cannot hear. Unmute.
I'll start from thanking you, Mosmi, for being so kind in introducing me. And I want to congratulate you for publishing the book, and Mr. Druppa for thinking about it and for coming ahead and doing this. This is wonderful. Need of the hour, I would say. Autism, yeah. Although I've not had a direct connect with children dealing with autism or parents having to deal with autism, through Facebook, like I had contacted one of my schoolmates after 20 years and we met. I went to their house and then I saw the child. They have a daughter and a child, a son. The son was restless and he was like throwing away his arms and feet everywhere. Whoever was coming in the way was getting one from him. And the grandmother was sitting in the room. The father was there, the mother was there, and the sister was there. So after, looking at all that, I felt intense pain in my heart as to how they deal with this on daily basis, on inner day. I mean, every time they have to deal with this. And for me, spending 1 hour with the child was so taxing, as in emotionally, mentally, and physically also. I would say I was tired. And the child was taken to another room, and then I started talking very carefully. I was very mindful of what I'm going to say, speak, address this problem, not the problem, their lifestyle. And I just said, oh my God, and how are you all, you looking after him? And now he is a grown-up child. And they said only one thing repeatedly, one after the other. They said they were believers in Lord Krishna. They said, I'll translate this for you, Miss Erin Troy. I'm going to speak the same words as they said. They said it in Hindi. ठाकुर जी ने हमको ये सेवा दी है और हम नहीं थकते और हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, हमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हमें कोई परेशानी नहीं है. And the moment they said it, every question crossing my mind came to a standstill. I was like absorbing all the positivity coming from them. In fact, what strength I could provide to them that they have in turn provided to me to be able to take it, absorb it, and understand it. Understand what matters, how it matters, and how much it matters to them as caretakers of that child. So this is the beautiful experience that I've had. It had transformed me, my thinking. It had given me a direction. So this is what I wanted to share, that Miss Erin Troy, they meant was that this is the task assigned to us by Almighty, and we have no trouble dealing with it. We are not tired, we are not upset, and we are not giving up on him. And we will continue to do it all our lives with the same vigor and the passion and the love for the child. So this is what I have to say. There are many other instances also, but I will end up with this, that this is what had, given me strength to carry on. After that, whoever I met, I end up, I tell them this is what, and it is similar, it is same. I have seen parents dealing with it, more than exhausted. They were always, rejuvenated. After some rest, they come back. They have resilience, they have the strength, and above all, they have the love for their child. So, yes, that's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shalini ma'am. Yes, sometimes, we feel that we know everything. We feel we are so active, but we are so weak at heart, and we are transformed by them. They give us strength. They teach us lessons that, yes, this is the way you should learn. The positivity we learn from them. We do everything, but actually, in the inner, we are weaker. So we have with us, Shrikala V. Vijayan. She's a school academic coordinator, a well-acclaimed poet. But being a school coordinator, being an educationist, being an academician, Shrikala ma'am, have you ever met, do you meet children, or do you, have you ever interacted with children with autism? Have you ever, how do you interact with them? How do you deal with them? How powerful they are, and how do you train them?
So from the past 17 years, I'm in the field of education. So it's a long time, and we've gone through many. It's not one or two. It will be like, few will be very mild, few we can control, and some will be like we are unable to control in such a way without any other support from a normal psychologist. So in that case, the first and foremost thing what I've done after reading Drupka sir's book is sharing the PDF copy of that to my fellow coordinators. I handle the grade 1 and 2 completely, and they handle the other grade. So I told them, this is a book which we all should go through. And one reason for that is the way how he has written it in the form of case study. I have done my PG diploma in child psychology, and we've done many of the case studies. And we haven't thought of publishing it even, but it's a very fantastic book, I must say. Each and every minute thing, what the child faces, what are the symptoms, and how can you deal with being a parent, how you're going to handle the child, being a teacher, what is your role over there. Many things he has written in that book, and really it can be helpful for many educators throughout the world, not only for Indians. Throughout the world, the book is going to be super hit. Because I read complete 150, near about 130 something pages, right? Mostly, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I've read that. And yes, we have many children in this way. And the reason is, when the parents, they feel that my child is very active or overactive, what we say, but they don't know what is happening to the child, whether it is autism or whether it is ADHD. They bring the children for getting admitted to the topmost schools in your area, right? So while making them join to the school also, we have only half an hour interaction with the child. in that you may not be able to understand that the child is autistic. At the extreme case, we may be able to understand, but in the other cases, we can't even identify that the child is autistic. So what happens? Child enters the school, and after that, we come to know that yes, the child has some issues. Now, when the child is in our hand, it's our child, right? We can't leave it as it is. We have to have some strategies. What we do is we keep a shadow teacher, because the teacher who's handling the class of 10, 25 to 30 children, she cannot manage that child specially. They need some special attention. And the instruction, first of all, as Dupka sir has said in that book, they won't have proper eye contact while talking to you. They won't look at your eyes. They will be turning around, making some other noises. They are there in their own world. But it's not that they are not listening. We have 2 to 3 children, and one child is very intelligent. He listens to everything and he reproduces orally. He's unable to write. He is listening to everything, but the activities what goes on disturbs the other children. So to make him bring into the control in the sense to get the concentration, proper concentration, we do have some small activities what we give to him, like a fork with rubber band and one spoon. In another bowl, we'll be keeping the chickpeas. So keep one rubber band and the chickpea upon that. So like some occupational therapy, what we say, or play therapy. Now, if I say, now this is my phone, you have to balance it like this within a hand. So some balancing activities, some, holding the pencil and you'll be following whatever lines we have drawn. So it's more a kind of involving them in activities and colorful. They look at colorful things, and we need to keep on instructing them. This has to be done, and this should not be done by you. So it takes a lot of effort when we do this. But yes, with the help of teacher and the parents, up to a level we can make them suitable for the society. We can't pour in a lot of amount of knowledge to them. They understand the things, but may not be, as we write examination, they may not be able to reproduce it. But yes, for sure, we can bring a change. As an educator, I'm sorry, Dupka sir, I think the same opinion you do have. And really a wonderful book. And the next book I am expecting from you is the main therapy, what we can use in order to make sure that the children are getting that growth motor skills and they are getting involved in the activities. It's a wonderful book I'm expecting from you. So all the best to your book, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For that, like while handling autistic children, we learn so much. Teachers learn, and I think I should take out an anthology on this, and every parent, every teacher can contribute their experiences so that we all can learn from each other. We have Meera ma'am here. She is a numberpreneur. Ma'am, hope you can hear me. Ma'am, you are running a writing community, a storytelling, and training. You are mentoring children. So, how do you think art and creativity can actually bring out the best in the autistic children, because they are very talented. I have met a few, and being a student of psychology myself, I have met my professors' children. They are so talented, but we should know how to train them. So how do you take it, ma'am? What would you suggest?
Yeah. So thank you so very much, and congratulations, Mr. Dhawa. I will be grabbing the book that you have written. And Shalini shared a personal experience where she met her friend's child, and Shrikala shared about the experience she gathered from reading the book, plus how it is from the educator perspective. So I have dealt with children in the autistic space. And before we could name them autistic, I wish to say, like, each of us whom we think we are normal being, we are autistic too, at certain level. So basis the society's requirement, if a child can write, reproduce, and say A for apple, and say apple is in red color, immediately they say it's a normal child. And if for example, a child who takes time to give that response as per society's scale with respect to time or the amount of energy they need to give, they are easily put into another basket in the name of learning disability, autistic at different radar. I mean, whatever we do, mostly, end of the day, whether it is within the four walls of the house or outside on the stage, it is for the society or to please the society or to showcase that I am here in the society. And if you can do that, wow, you did that. And when the child or people who have this, I mean, more than calling it as a disability, this aspect, if they show this side of them, they say he cannot talk, she cannot write, and such labeling comes in. And believe me, these children are aware that they have been labeled as an autistic, or they are labeled as something, they are indifferent from the regular or the normal people. And when you asked about, art, storytelling, training, like child, if you see a book, for example, there is a transformation in the books that we read. Between the age group of 0 to 3, more than the words that we take, it's a color of the book. You have that hardbound books, you have cloth books, where the child doesn't, see the book, color of the book. The child will taste, the child will bite. So that is the way they are, tasting what the color looks like. As they grow, then they go, then, between the age group of 3 to 5, then we put a pressure in the child's mind to say, it is A for apple. Then you bring in phonics, then you say pill, you should not say apple, all these things comes in. So we are actually enforcing what we know into the child. If the child can say not apple to apple, yeah, she or he is normal. Then, the child progresses from the age of, 5 to between 5 to 8, when they actually get real exposure to the school atmosphere. That's where, it becomes like a differentiating and the deciding factor. Like Shrikala had mentioned, like, we cannot arrive at a decision if the child is autistic or not autistic within the 25 to 30 minutes of the time. Some children will sit in the same place. Some children will be jumping. I would like to quote an example over here. There was a child in a school. This is a real one. Every 25 minutes, what she does is she will not sit in the class. She will go 1-2 rounds of the school playground. Again, she'll come and sit back. And next 25 minutes, it's programmed, But there is nothing wrong in her. Her span, I can sit only for 25 minutes. And the next 10 minutes, I want to be in the ground. I just want to just take a round, come back, sit here. But I'm not missing anything. I'm still learning. So every child learns in his or her own way, in their own pace. Like I failed twice in my school. And the teachers told, like to my dad, like my dad's name is Money, take your daughter and go. I don't think she can do anything. And he just said, this is just the beginning. It doesn't matter if she has to sit again with the same set of students, or sorry, if she has to sit with her junior class children and repeat the class what she's studying now, it is perfectly okay. It is better to do that now rather than going till 10th and 12th standard by just pushing the child to the next class. I know about my child, so I got that support. And later on, I started reading. So each of us have a disability. A person who is a first rank holder has a disability that he cannot take a failure. This is a harsh truth. A person who gets 99.9 has a disability that cannot take that, cannot take something below that. So, and coming to the second aspect of the question, the art and the color, like rolling back to the development of the child. The child sees colors, once from the black and white, they evolve to when they can see the color, they just love colors. That's the reason you dress them with, those pink or bright colors, and the child gets so excited seeing those colors, and especially they get excited seeing red, orange, yellow, and green, right? So colors plays an important role. It's we who, as a parents or elders, when we tell our children, okay, do your homework and then you color. Why are you just again wasting your time in sitting and coloring? You just do your homework, finish up with your maths homework, finish up with your, all these things. So creativity, what do you call it as a creativity, is important for each and everyone, whether it's a child or an adult or this one. Like behind this, there is Cinderella and many Mickey Mouse and other characters that Dr. has painted. But since I was telling her, like, I have a life, she said, no, Mama, like when she was 7, it was different. Now when she's a 9, she says, no, you're going on live. I want to put this in the background. So the children, evolve. I didn't want to stop her too, because I always love to showcase whatever she has painted. Like right now I have even Snow White next to me here. So I think what we have to learn is we have to learn about ourselves first before learning about those children. And it is a difficult task. I'm telling you, it is a difficult task. Being kind to ourselves will help us to be kind to them. And second thing is, like Shrikala also mentioned, sorry, the third thing about after a certain stage, we cannot push them for the marks. We cannot push them as per the education system to score that rank or anything. But it's important to get them vocational skills. So I would like to quote a few ventures in India. Like there is Mitti Cafe. If in case you happen to visit Mitti Cafe in airports, Mitti Cafe, there's in Bangalore, Delhi, and several places which are started by Alima, to my knowledge. I mean, I'll get her name right. We have this cafe run by autistic children and adults. They are trained, in such a way. I've had coffee several times at Mithi Cafe. When I go there, they say, hi, namaste, ma'am. What is your name? Do you speak English, Hindi? Whichever region they say. They're trained. They ask only these questions. And one more thing is, we need to follow a scheduled way of working. We as a parent or as an adult, we need to have a schedule. This is what I will do at this time. This is what I will do at this time. And if you want the child to learn some art or some skill, I mean, you just have to tell them, see, I have these soaps. Can you pack it? You give them 100 box. They are so focused, unlike us who don't get distracted with this particular gadget. They will just pack all the 100 soap boxes and they say, I am done. So I think we need to first train ourselves to stay focused. We need to train ourselves with kindness. We need to say that gratitude that, I am fine, I am trainable. Yes, the truth is that I will lose myself, I will lose my patience, I will get irritated, I will get bugged, I will ask all the questions about, self-worthiness, but I'll have to roll back again and say, I can do this. So I'm sure a couple of parents do that. And I have met these children and I mean, they have taught me lots of things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Meera. And I should thank Drukpa sir, because it is only because of this book that we could organize such a beautiful event. Barbara ma'am is there. Barbara ma'am.
Yeah. Most of me. My battery on mobile is playing sports.
I want to listen to your views, sir. You can put forth your views. Let us know. You are a motivational speaker, sir. How would you motivate the parents of such gifted children, such talented children, but we do not know how to,
Thank you. I congratulate the author, the compiler, the editor of this wonderful book, because this is the need of the hour. Let me tell you. I have been through moments of anxiety when we were having our firstborn child. But it was at the beginning, it was being diagnosed as Down syndrome. Let me tell you, there's a little bit of comparison between these two, Down syndrome and autistic or autism. Whereas autism is a spectral disorder, where Down syndrome is genetic in nature. So we were a little bit anxious, but fortunately, the doctors assured us that you are going to have some normal child. By God's grace, 99% we assure you, the 1% is left to God's destiny. So let me tell you here, I would like to point out, even before giving birth, we have certain parameters where autism can be diagnosed. And even then, if they are born, take them as the replica of gods. Let me tell you, these are the finest human beings that ever be brought on earth with a purpose. Let me tell you this. I have been exposed to certain people because I ran a school for more than 30 years along with my mother. We never refused an admission. We never refused an admission. In fact, we thought that the parents have reposed faith in us to educate their children at par with the normal children, normal or whatever you say. As the earlier speaker was rightly pointing out, yes, there's a each of us is autistic, sure, no doubt, because we run after ranks. These people, they express love, they express their concern with the fullest possible thing. Only thing is, as it's diagnosed as a neuromotor disorder also, they may smile a little bit more than us. They may walk in a certain way which we do not walk. But only thing is, the parents and the first concerns, the school and other places where they go out, are the people that need to be more exposed to training, not them. Not that the children need not be trained apart from the regular training. They may be slow learners, but they are beautiful human beings. Let me tell you, they love you. Once they love you, they love you to the fullest. That is there. And they can be trained also, because the only concern of a mother and a father who has brought in this child onto this earth, that what happens after we leave this place, that is the concern. So the vocational training comes in part here. It's very useful, as the earlier madam was telling. Yes, they become very good people in various areas if they are trained properly. And let me tell you, never, never. The major problem is with not the children, but their parents. It happens so that if another sibling is there who is considered to be normal, they leave this autistic child in home, not exposing them to the world, because they should be more careful of their behavior. They may have a social stigma towards them. But now the society is so developed, mostly, let me tell you, that they are welcomed with both hands. This is my opinion on autism. And I once again congratulate this wonderful author, Dawa, for his wonderful book. Maybe someday I will receive it and I will sure review about it with all possible things. And I assure you and I promise you that the next 6 to 7 poems that I write will surely integrate autism and autistic childs, and so that they will have the fair part in this my poetry, because I haven't touched much on this subject. Maybe a few 2 to 3 poems I have written. And let me tell you another thing. One of my cousin has an artistic child, but she never gets stopped by it. She's first runner-up in Mrs. India contest also. So one day I will bring her on if another time we have some discussion on this. Thank you very much, Mausumi. Yeah, please excuse me if I am lost of this particular.
No. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. A few things you told. Yes, it is the problem is in us. Problem is and the society. They are social. We are not. We are scared to take them out, and this is very important for the parents to take them out, to mingle with the society. Then only they will know us, we will know them. This is a misconception. I have also met a few parents who were hesitating to take their children out. But I have also met such parents who are so positive, and because of their positivity, their understanding, the children are doing wonderful. So this is what, like, you know, the term normal is so vague here. All right. Who decides who is normal? Who decides? I and you are no one to decide. So this is Barbara ma'am. Early morning in the USA, I have pulled you up because you are an experienced writer, poet, a mother, and you know, and also a pet lover. All right. So you are like, you know, you have been speaking to us. You are also hosting a show where you know, you bring out such issues, social issues, concern, and spread. You always work hard through your shows to spread an awareness. So I would love that you also take this up. And what would you say today? How would we spread an awareness that they are no different, they are like us?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much for writing this book, Dawa. And I was a teacher. I probably had autistic children in my classes, but unfortunately, they were not identified as autistic when I was teaching. And so I had children who you would look at them, you'd ask them to do stuff, and they would just ignore you completely. But I have dealt with autistic children. I once was at I once taught a child who was autistic, and she had a perceptual problem where she could not see things normally, like reading normally. She couldn't read normally. She had to pick up a book and turn it upside down. And so I was a computer teacher, and we had to turn the monitor upside down for her. This girl was a poet, and she wrote poetry on this upside down display and monitor, and it was quite beautiful. And I think this is the thing with autistic children and autistic people. You have to find out where they are and meet them at their level. There is a scale of autism, and I have a friend who is a poet, who is an extremely gifted person, who is autistic. He's on the scale, on the spectrum. And if I find sometimes when I'm talking with him that something just doesn't make sense to him, something that seems normal to me, he'll laugh at or he'll not understand. And so I carefully go back and say again what I meant to say, and we deal with that situation together, because he's a grown man and he understands that he might have a problem, and so he takes the time to go back and try to understand it. But children, I think you need to meet them where they are. I haven't read your book. I want to read your book. And I think that if you decide that you are going to meet the child and find out their needs, then you will have a better situation with that child than if you go ahead and say, well, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to do it. Because as a teacher, especially now, you individualize to your children's needs. And one of the needs of this child might be that they need a quiet environment. Sometimes autistic children don't do well in a loud environment. Sometimes they need an environment where there is no color, where they're just sitting there and they can focus better if there's no distraction whatsoever. And I know that they give tests like that sometimes, special situations where kids need extra help in tests. And so they get that extra time, they get that extra help. And so what I hope what your book is saying is that we need to individualize and take account of the needs of these children, because they are in a box. They are in an autistic box. It's like if you were in a box, a glass box, and you are in there and you're trying to get out, but you can't because it's a box, and you're showing all, excuse me, you're showing that you want to get out, and you're doing all these things because you think that's how you can get out. But the truth is that we have to find the key to this box that is, enclosing these children, find out, and then work with them where they are. Because as you said, they are beautiful children. They have so much to give. And, like my friend who's a poet, they didn't know he was autistic when he was a child. And so they didn't deal with him that way. And he had a lot of problems in his life, I won't even go into it, but the fact that he is able to be a poet now and live in the world and do what he needs to do is remarkable. And some autistic children can't speak. Some autistic children can't write. Some autistic children have issues with motor skills. They can't hold a pencil properly or a pen. And I think that we just have to find what we need to do to help these children. And I think the whole idea here is to help, being there as a helper, knowing that there's a problem, identifying the problem, and then finding a solution for the problem, which is what teaching is. Teaching is finding out what the child needs to learn and finding the method that they need to learn is. Some children learn with images, some children learn orally, some children learn by doing. So you have to know how to deal with an autistic child. And believe me, I understand what it's like, as Srikala said, to have an autistic child in your class. It's very difficult. And if they're not identified and they are autistic and the parents don't know it and the school system is dealing with it, it's a situation that can get out of hand. So thank you for writing the book and helping us to understand more about this autism. And I think that the children that are the recipients of this kind of learning will do very well. So thank you very much, Dawa. Nice meeting you. And thank you, Srikala, for your information. And Masami, thank you for having me. And
Thank you,
I'll just sit back and enjoy listening to everyone else now.
Thank you so much for your valuable words, ma'am. Yes, I really found your words so valuable because we need to know what they need actually. Basically, we all need training. The schools need training. The teachers need training. There lies the problem. The society needs training actually. They need counseling. We all need counseling rather than we are forcing on them with our level. Yes, you do this, you do that. No, we should go to their level. We should know what they want. It is not we. And this is similar to all the children. You cannot just train children the way you like. Every child is like that. But the thing is that we are not trained. We are not trained properly. So we have Ankit sir here, founder of Care Needy NGO. He deals with so many children. I have no count because every day, every time I only see him with children, helping them with learning methods, somewhere helping them with computers, somewhere helping with books, somewhere medicines. Ankit sir, can you hear me if you're here? I don't think. Okay. Am I audible? Okay. So when he joins, we will come to, but when he joins, we will again put forth the question to him. I can't find him. But we have a wonderful mother here today, Anamika, who is an occupational therapist. And she has a wonderful child. And believe me, she will give you an example how talented, Barbara ma'am already said she has a friend who is a wonderful poet. All right. May I request everyone to mute your microphones? I do not know who's Sonam Devi. All right. So Anamika, if you can hear me,
Yeah.
yes, if you can hear me. Now, Anamika will tell you how she is training her child and how she is loving this process and how her child is doing so wonderful. And in fact, he has made so many records also. Anamika, all yours. I won't speak more.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Masumi. And I want to thank the writer for such a wonderful topic, Mr. Drukpa. Thanks a ton to you. Thanks a bunch to you for enlightening us with all that you could. Thank you so much. So I have two perspectives to share with you all. The first one is a mother's perspective, and the other one is a trainer's perspective. So my child is 5 years old right now. His name is Viranj. He was diagnosed with autism when he was 3 years old. We couldn't make out earlier that there is some issue with him. We usually, as a parent, think that he's just doing it by himself. If the child is not listening to you, he's not obeying you, he or she is not obeying you, usually we think that that's just his attitude. You know, the child is trying to mess with us. That's how we take things. But later on, when we were actually trying to potty train him, let's start with the very basics. He was not able to understand the concept that this is how it has to be done. Then things started troubling us that maybe something we are missing out on because we are trying so hard for last 6 months and we haven't been able to train him to go and do his usual chores. And then we went to the pediatrics. We consulted a team of almost 3-4 doctors, including neurosurgeon, pediatric psychologist, and the pediatric himself. And then finally, we came to the conclusion that my child comes under the spectrum. So it was for the very first time that I got to know the term autism, especially being an Indian. We are so used to of the talks like, you know, he'll talk late, boys talk late, girls talk early, boys initiate speech late also. So that's quite fine. My son started talking at 7. My son was not very verbal by the age of 10. But, you know, these kind of perceptions were what were actually keeping us back from accepting things. We were in the state of denial as parents. But the moment the authoritative person actually informed us that no, the child is under spectrum, you have to know more about spectrum, you have to read, you have to study, you have to understand your child now. The behaviors that he's showing is not because he's just trying to mess with you. It's just that he doesn't have a control over those things. He's not willingly trying to mess with you. It's just that he's not aware about that this is wrong. Then we started dealing with it. And dealing with it was the most important as well as the difficult part of our journey. Because the first step itself is the most difficult step, that is acceptance. Accepting that my child needs something different from others. Now, let me ask you all a very nice question. How many fingers do you see here?
5.
5, right? Now, how many fingers do you see here?
3.
Okay, so we all answered like 3, but my child might answer it like that 2 have been removed. Got it? This is what autism could look like. So when there is a glass half filled, some of us may identify it as the glass is half filled. But some of us might say the glass is half empty. This is autism. This is what we need to understand. Nothing different, nothing new. It's just that it's their perception. My child gave me all the strength that I can, you know, show up to the world that he is such a special child. And let me tell you, it's not just the vocational trainings that's going to help the child. You can do wonders with these kind of people. As earlier said very well by so many friends over here, that they have such good attention and concentration. I got to explore that part of my son, and then I utilized it. Now, you know what? I'm experimenting with him in so many different fields. Somebody told me, the head of the department, the HOD, the pediatric HOD actually told me that, you know what? You just either have another child, or you just make him capable of doing things that is actually required for basic living, that he should be able to dress him up, he should be able to use the washroom, he should be able to eat by himself. These are the tasks that he told me that I should equip my child with. He told me very bluntly on my face, and you can imagine the situation being a parent, being the mother who has given birth to the child, that your child will be able to do things at 15 years of age what a 5-year-old might be doing right now. That thing threatened me. That statement was my trigger point. And then I couldn't hold back myself that, okay, I am such a capable mother. How come it is that my child won't be able to do things? And let me tell you this thing today, that my child, he can do things which a 15-year-old kid won't be able to. And I can say that like with all my vigor. Why? Because I'm looking around. Have you seen teenagers keeping their clothes at their places? No, my child can do laundry on his own. My child knows how to keep the shoes whenever, if anybody else or dad or mom, whosoever is coming out, he knows how to keep the shoes back at the place. He knows how to unbutton. He knows how to button. I know I had to do so much to get him to this stage. He was a non-verbal child. By non-verbal, I mean, even if he used to do shit, he used to mess around with it. He was not able to come and tell me that, Mama, I did potty. Could you please help me with cleaning it? He saw me one day wiping it with a tissue, and he thought that he's trying to help me. He used that tissue paper. He tried to help me, but that thing messed up. That is my journey. And today he can tell you so many things. I'm teaching even him to how to lie, because that's what the normal, what we call us as normals, that's what we do. They can't lie. They are like superhumans packed in the most honest form. And let me tell you why. If I would have a normal child, I would still be feeling very bored, because I am normal. I consider, according to the society's law, society's parameters, if I am normal, I am boring. Because what my child has the capabilities to do, no other child, no other regular child might be able to do that. He is good at sports. He runs 4 kilometers every day. He is good with maths. He can tell you tables up to 25, 30, whatever you say. And that's not only up to the count of 10, 20 into 10. No. He can go up to like 20 into 25, 20 into 100 also. So they don't have a boundary. The thing is, we have to understand the key that we all were talking about. Barbara mentioned we should understand what's the key, the box. First of all, I'll tell you, the sky is the limit for them, not just the vocational training. We are nobody to train them. We can just experiment with them. Okay, he's good at this. Okay, he's good at that. Because I have experimented with him. For last 3 years, I have been doing just experimenting things. If anybody tells me he can't sing, I made him sing so many songs. I record them. If somebody told me, oh, but he won't be good with academics, you forget the academics. You just focus on how he can actually make a living out of the regular things. He could be a shopkeeper. He could be a painter. He could be this. He could be that. I know, but let me experiment. Who has stopped you from experimenting with your child? So I took over as a therapist. A therapist can never heal your child. Let me make this thing very straightforward. If we go to a therapist, they are going to guide the child and you only for those 45 minutes and 1 hour. But dear friends, what a mother or a parent can do for a child, nobody else can do. So when I left my everything, my career shattered, I myself dealt with it for a year to accept it. So that phase, that crucial phase, and then post that, coming back with that gesture that no, I have not to heal him. First of all, it's not a disease. It's just a way of living. It's not a disease. We should not be worried about it. Rather, we should know how we can help other kids along with this one. We talk about so much of inclusion. This term is so much popular these days. Do you know what inclusion actually means? Inclusion means you are excluding people. Inclusion, the term inclusion itself means you are excluding few people. Because the moment you said you are including women, the moment you said you are including such neurodivergent children, the moment you are mentioning that you are including that person, you are excluding the rest. Where is the inclusion? So we need to break our barriers. We need to be very clear about the terminologies, not just be bragging about it everywhere on social media, on LinkedIn, that we are in an inclusive workplace. We are trying to include people. We are trying to include autistic people, Down syndrome people, ADHD people. First of all, stop labeling them. The moment you label them, they get that message because they have very high transmission of energy. The moment somebody is disliking them, is not happy about them, they get that vibe even before us. So you will only find an autistic person be loving to a person. Yeah, I'll take you, Shalini. Only loving to a person, showing love and care to the person who is truly loving that child. Truly. And that person is not going to need anyone's authentication because the child himself or herself will be doing justice to that person. Yes, Shalini, please.
I would like to take you to the education system that we have. I'm a B.Ed. And during my course of B.Ed, we had a chapter called inclusiveness. And we studied at school also, in college also. Now that I'm a chief editor of a magazine, we have a section called We Include. There we not only include autistic children, we include transgenders, LGBT, we include everybody who supposedly are not included otherwise, and they need to be brought to the forefront and they need to be given a platform where they come and talk. So what do you have to say about that inclusiveness? Am I rightfully using that column in my magazine, or I should do away with it? This is my thought right now. A question to you. Yeah.
Look, as an individual, I would say that you're doing a wonderful job because those people are the ones who were actually hidden gems and now they are getting the limelight. But my point here, Shalini, still stands the same thing. Can't we have a world where we don't have to include people? That should be an untold thing, an untold rule that everybody has to be included. Why should I identify someone as transgender being a part of my DEI program? No, that's just an employee to me. Like I am an employee to my organization, the other person is an equal employee. So I'm looking at, maybe I'm being quite greedy just because of my child. Maybe I'm being quite greedy and demanding so much from the world. But the thing is, if we could have a world like that, where we don't have to use the term inclusion, will be a wonderful place to live in. We'll be able to explore everyone in their own respective way without making feel that they are being included. That's my perspective.
How do we make it happen now? Yeah. Collectively, we should do something.
Collectively, we will do something. And Professor Santosh Kumar is here. We have been waiting for him since a long time. Sir, can you welcome to the show? He is Professor Santosh Kumar. I have already introduced him to you. He's the Dean School of Liberal Arts, Professor Public Policy, Politics and Governance, MIT World Peace University. Welcome, sir. Before listening to you, I would congratulate Dawa Drukpa sir and would take this moment to launch the special book, Autism Through My Eyes, because this is an amazing book. And once we publicly announce that, yes, we have released this book, we all can order this book from Amazon. So can we really applaud? Can we clap for this book, Autism Through My Eyes? Making the right choices for your child. Yes, you should know what your child needs. You should make the right choices. You will not actually demand what you want. You should know what they want. It's not what you want. It's what the child wants. Then only we can actually train. And yes, they are with us. They are like us. As all of you have said, yes, we are somewhere or the other, we are all autistic in one, because we cannot actually accept failure. We cannot accept many things. We are labeled as normal, but actually being normal also, we cannot accept many things in our lives. Dawa Drukpa sir, can you hear me?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Heartiest congratulations, sir. How are you
Thank you.
feeling today? How are you feeling today? You know, finally this book is out. Finally, we all will be ordering this book. Can I see the book in your hand? Can we all clap for the heartiest congratulations? A wonderful job you did. You know, I must thank you from my heart, because it is only because of you and this book that I am enlightened today. I'm personally enlightened today. We all are enlightened today. You took the guts to do this. You took the pain to study so many students, and you're still doing. I can see you every day. You are working hard with each and every child. So, Santosh, sir, you are here. You must have read the books. How would you motivate Drukpa sir? Because if you watch him, you will always find him with the children, trying different methods, helping them build up the creativity. I keep on seeing him, you know, he brings the students to the stage. I have seen him making the students dance, perform, so many things, and I salute. Santosh sir, what do you have to say today?
Yeah, thank you, Ashmi. Two things. Let me apologize for being late. There was some very important meeting for some prestigious award that my institution gives. So I'm part of the jury, so I had to be there. And the meeting was called at 5:45 or something. So I was, clueless about how I'm going to be doing this. But believe me, I'm so very happy that while I was walking from that venue of the meeting to my office, I'm sitting in my office right now. I heard Anamika ji speaking about how she has been dealing with this. Mr. Dawa, this is the second time we are meeting on virtual platform. Thanks to Maushami.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ma'am Barbara, Shalini ji, Meera, everybody out here. Very good evening to all of you. You know what? Long time back means actually a long time back, almost 3 years, 3 decades back, and I'm talking about Doordarshan days. We did not even have 2 channels, DD1 and DD2. It was just DD, or maybe DD2 had just started. One of the person I was studying in Jawaharlal Nehru University, acting was something that I was there. So somebody approached some of us that would you like to act in a serial? Those days, the serials would be of either 26 episodes or 52 episodes. So it was going to be a 26 episode serial. The name was Ek Ghar Aspas. I do not know how to explain to Ma'am Barbara, but the literal translation would be there was a house which was among many houses and closely knit community kind of thing. So the theme was, I believe that was my first introduction to the children who were autistic. I had no idea, believe me, and I must confess that I had no idea, because one was never exposed to that kind of reality. However, the serial actually revolved around the issues of the children who are special children and the way the parents are dealing with that. How do they deal with the children on day-to-day basis? And as the luck would have it, I was one of the parents who had one autistic child. Now, point is, it's not about acting on the serial, right? It's about internalizing that particular moment that you are actually a father and busy with your busy life. I mean, busy with your day-to-day life. And there's a wife who is also working. So serial was so close to the reality that it became part of my thought process that actually what happens in the lives of the children, in the lives of the parents, and how everything has to be seen as a perfectly normal situation. Anamika ji was talking about inclusion versus exclusion kind of things, you know. Can we just see people as normal? They are normal of a different kind. As simple as that. That's where the sentence must have an end. But to come to that reality, you have to basically internalize the things from the other person's perspective. You know, this is very important, I believe. I'm a teacher of a very, you know, as a matter of fact subject, it's called public policy, which is, and I'm a teacher of infrastructure policy actually, but that's my professional existence, right? I'm also a teacher of liberal arts. And for last 15 years, I have been dealing with the subjects in psychology, in sociology, in a very, very inter and cross-disciplinary manner. Now, disability or otherwise able children or anybody, how do you deal with them as if they're just extension of yours? They're just looking at the world from their perspective. That's it. And you have to be with them as if they have been part of you. This is actually, if we are able to look at this particular book with Mr. Dawa has created, and the entire literature on this kind of subject is not only to teach in the classroom or to teach in a kind of forum like this, but also to internalize in your own lives. I think this is the challenge and this is the opportunity that the society must look at. Because to treat somebody special itself is a kind of exclusion, you know. This is absolutely, and as Anamika ji was saying, I'm sure I'm sorry that I had to miss. I could not attend to many others, sharing of their ideas and all. But Anamika ji's ideas I was looking at. So if somebody can sing, just accept him or her, that kid, as a singer, as simple as, not a special singer, just a singer. That's very important, right? Mr. Dawa, I congratulate you on creating this particular book. Now, I also write, right? Before you write something, you must internalize your words. You must understand what you are writing and what kind of impact it's going to create. So purely from an academic perspective and purely from the perspective of the academic work that you create, which will have an impact on the society, I can understand what kind of struggles you must have undergone to write each and every word in your book. And for that, I must congratulate you. It's not a fiction. It's a very serious book, which I think people must read so that they understand the way we want to basically look at the society. Somebody was mentioning, I think Shalini ji or Anamika ji was mentioning, we are diversified societies. You know, diversity is not only in terms of your classes and the castes and all those kind of things. It's also about how people behave, what is the social existence of all of us. You know, we have whole range of the categories of people. We have LGBTQ issues on the one hand. We have these kind of specially born children. We have many other categories. Can we actually call ourselves an egalitarian society? I believe that's the biggest challenge of our times at this point in time. And in such kind of situation, to produce a literature, Mr. Dawa, believe me, I definitely would want to meet you one of the days, and hug you for doing this to all of us. Thank you so much, Maushmi, for giving me this opportunity, and an opportunity to meet all the wonderful people in front of me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your valuable words, sir. Yes, Dawa Drukpa, sir, you took so much pain to write this book. A question like, how are you feeling today, sir? I wanted to know that. You know, your book is impacting so many, and it is like everybody is texting me, how can we order this book? Will you? I will personally send, definitely, Santosh sir. I'm going to meet you very soon and hand this book over to you. Shri Kala ma'am, Meera ma'am has been. I will share. This book is available on Amazon, and you can all order it from Amazon very soon. It will be within 72 hours. This book will be available in the world, everywhere around the globe. Everybody can order this book, and very soon this book will also be available as ebook also. So you can download and you can read. So Drukpa sir, how are you feeling today? Sorry, I'm cutting in because people are asking me where can we order this book.
Again, I would like to thank all the guests here and my friends from Bhutan, only those who are here, and Santosh Kumar ji sir, we are meeting for the second time, and I would like to, as you said now, I'm also hoping to meet you very soon. And about this, no, when the book is before this book got published, no, beside my office work and other professional work, no, I don't know now how to explain also, how to share also, because I went through a lot of the challenges, because this is non-fiction, and I cannot just play the words, I cannot play with the language. It has to be the real the things that the people, the children with the autism, how they are suffering, and their needs, their real life stories are presented here. So just now, when the book is officially launched, I'm just thinking that now I represented those people, those who are struggling, and the teachers and the parents, the caregivers, actually, who are struggling with this. So I'm just now I don't know how to express also, because the words cannot express my happiness to launch this book, and I'm requesting the audience and the enthusiastic readers to please get this copy. This is not so only for business. Our aim is to educate people around the world so that everyone will be included. That's all. Thank you.
Unmute, Didi. Didi, unmute.
I really loved the last your last words, Dava sir. Yes, we should spread this not just because this is a book, but yes, so that we can include everyone. So that we all are one part of this beautiful world. So there should not be this difference. Yes.
Okay, one more again. And earlier this show, I just got a message from the USA saying that he wanted to convert this book into audio. He's just discussing about this. I said just now I have a very important program here, so later we'll discuss this later onwards. He's saying no. He's asking me to convert this book into audio. That's all.
I will be buying this book. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I this book, I am going to get it converted into an ebook, and I am going to share with all of you. This is on me.
The ebook will be given by Griffin, ma'am. We are also doing ebook, KDP, everything. This is all included.
I change it to, I'm going to buy this book and present it to many people for a long time. This is going to be the gift from my side. Whoever I have to give a gift. So this book is going as a gift. This is what I intend to do.
Thank you so much. Heartiest congratulations, Drukpa sir. Yes, an audiobook would really help many. And yes, discussion continues because it's a topic. It's a topic where we all can enlighten ourselves. We all learn from each other. And Drupal sir has also motivated me, encouraged me to bring out an anthology where we all can put forth our views. And I would suggest or request Drupal sir to be my advisor in this book. So thank you so much, Santosh sir. Yes, Meera ma'am has also expressed her view. She wants a podcast interview with Drupal sir. Yes, you can, because this is the medium where you can make the book reach and people can learn from each other. Thank you so much, Professor Santosh Kumar sir. You made it. I keep troubling you. Yes, you took out your time from your so busy schedule. I'm really honored. Barbara ma'am, thank you so much. Early in the morning, every time I know you're I just know that timings are always a problem in the USA, India, and I always knock you early morning, and you just get ready, come you all already at the dread makes you gorgeous. You come and you make us so happy. And thank you so much, Amira ma'am. The words you said today, training them, teaching them the society, and yes, ma'am. Maybe through art and creativity, we can spread so much. We can, bring out the best in the children, whom we really do not know well. We should know them. Shalini Kashyap, ma'am. Yes, you spoke about personal transformation. Somewhere or the other, we are transformed when we, experience and the positivity we get from each other. In fact, I am enlightened today. Shrikala ma'am, thank you so much. It's late. I know you have your school, you have motivational streams so much, but I pulled you. Yes, because you are an educationist and you meet thousands of students daily. And, you know the best how you are dealing with the school. You are a coordinator. You have not only to direct the students, but also the teachers, because you have to tell them how to deal with them. So hats off to you again for your noble service, I would say. And Ankit sir, I couldn't find him. Sai Prakash sir, yes, see the fear he expressed, because he was told that your child would be would be having a problem or some Down syndrome, because he had expected the fear he had and how he fought it and how he realized that it's just a fear. All right. And when you deal with it, it no longer becomes a fear. It becomes your strength. So this fear, when you have this acceptance, Anamika so well put forward, because she's so experienced, she is training her child. And the moment you learn to accept, they will learn to accept us. And we have
to Anamika from my side, a big one. Power to you, lots of love to you, and love to the child.
Thank you so much. Thanks to Melissa ma'am, also Ankit sir, who had his prior commitments, because we exceeded the time. We had a 1 hour, and Sonu is there. He's a young journalist. He's learning. He is, helping me in all, getting pictures of, I can say he is handling my media, media photographs and all. Tomorrow when this will come in the news, I'm always, thankful to Sonu here. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much, and happiest congratulations, Jawad Drupal sir. And love to Bhutan, love to the USA, love to the world. I pray for world peace. I pray for well-being, and I pray that we all become an included society. We live in an included society, and come up with your creativity. Let us spread creativity, and let us make this book reach the world. Drupal sir, can you just hold your book once, because Sonu will click a pic a bit, and you come in the middle, the book is not seen. Sonu, please, आप एक photo ले लीजिए Drupal sir का.
Actually, this is what I was also suggesting. If everybody could put their videos on, we could have a kind of frame photograph.
Yeah, Sonu is thinking.
That would be.
Yes,
yeah, because I can see many other guests also there. If we could request them to put their videos on, or maybe whoever there is in this particular frame right now.
Yes, I request everyone, if you can put all your videos on, and Sonu is there to click a pic together.
There you go.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. We will meet again another day with a wonderful book again, and we'll discuss, we'll have good discussions. Thank you. Heartiest congratulations, Drukpa sir. Let us all stay united and work together for
Okay.
each other.
Okay,
Thank
1
you so
minute,
much.
madam. Okay, 1
Yes,
minute.
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
finally, I would like to thank you all for your time and for being here. And I hope that this book serves as a valuable resource for all those who seek a better understanding of autism and the tools to make right choices for their children. Together, we can make a difference. With this, I would like to end with a prayer. May all human beings and the people with disabilities and children be free from suffering and its causes forever. May all the participants today become happier and become the change of your community and society. We bring a happy future for us. Lord bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful moment. Thank you so much. With this, yes, this book is available on Amazon, soon to be available on Flipkart. And we were live on Facebook. The entire event will be on YouTube channel too. And yes, on various media portals. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We'll meet again. Thank you so much.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.